Hello students, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to give you 10 latest defense updates for 15th and 16th February. Number 1. AMCA prototype cost and production plan at Aero India. At Aero India 2025, a senior Hindustan Aeronautics Limited official speaking to the officials confirmed that each prototype of the advanced medium combat aircraft will initially cost around 1,000 crore. However, the cost is expected to decrease significantly as the aircraft enters serial production around 2034. HAL has planned to develop 5 AMCA prototypes which will be used for developmental flight trials and weapon testing. The first prototype is expected to be rolled out by the end of 2027, with its maiden flight planned for 2028. Subsequent prototypes will be manufactured at a similar cost to support testing and evaluation. Next, unveiling Xi'an sensor suite for Indian Navy's Dornier DO-228. At the Aero India 2025 show, DRDO showcased a significant advancement in naval surveillance technology with the introduction of the Xi'an sensor suite, designed to modernize the Indian Navy's Dornier DO-228 maritime patrol aircraft. The Xi'an suite is a comprehensive package that includes a maritime surveillance radar, an electronic support measure system, an electro-optic infrared system, and a software-defined radio for communications. This suite enhances the aircraft's capability in maritime domain awareness and threat detection. Next, AMCA full-scale model showcased at Aero India. At the Aero India 2025 exhibition, a significant highlight was the unveiling of the full-scale model of India's AMCA, a project that embodies the nation's ambition for self-reliance in defense manufacturing. The model, crafted by Hyderabad-based VEM Technologies, was constructed using materials sourced entirely from within India, showcasing the capabilities of both public and private sectors in this critical field. The raw materials for the AMCA model were provided by Midhani, a public sector unit known for its metallurgic expertise, alongside contributions from several private firms. Next, Chinese media critiques Aero India 2025. The Aero India 2025 air show, held from February 10th to 14th Feb at Yelahanka Air Force Station in Bangalore, has drawn significant attention from Chinese media outlets, notably the Global Times. In a mix of critique and strategic analysis, Chinese commentary has framed the event as India's attempt to assert its international influence and keep pace with China's rapid advancement in aerospace technology. An article published on February 11th in the Global Times reflects China's perception of India's ambitions, its strategic partnerships, and the broader geopolitical implications of the air show, while subtly undergoing China's confidence in its own technological superiority. Next, Opposition Party of India, that is Congress, attacks Modi government over F-35 offer. In a sharp escalation of political rhetoric, India's principal opposition party, the Indian National Congress, has launched a scathing attack on the Narendra Modi-led government over reports to a potential acquisition of the Lockheed Martin's F-35 fighter jet from the United States. The Congress party, leveraging social media platforms like X, has labeled the proposed deal as Modi's mega blunder, raising concerns about its cost, operational viability, and strategic implications for India. This criticism comes amid growing discussions about India's defense modernization and its relationship with global powers, particularly the United States. Next, French Army delegation explores India's Pinaka MLRS. On February 13th, a delegation from the French Army visited the School of Artillery in Devlali, Maharashtra, where they were briefed on the design feature and operational capabilities of India's indigenous Pinaka Multiple Launch Rocket System, that is MLRS in short. The visit, which included detailed discussions and a live firing demonstrations, underscores the growing interest of the French military in India's advanced artillery systems and highlights the deepening defense ties between the two nations. Next, unmanned Kiran Mk2 missing from Aero India. At Aero India 2025, one of the much anticipated highlights was the unveiling of the unmanned Kiran Mk2, also known as the Operationally Manned Combat Aircraft, that is OMCA platform. The aircraft was expected to be showcased on the tarmac for static display, drawing significant attention for its potential in reshaping India's defense capabilities. However, as the event unfolded, the aircraft was noticeably absent, leaving attendees and experts wondering about the reason for its missing display. The Kiran Mk2, a development from the well-known HAL Kiran trainer aircraft, has been developed with the potential to serve as an unmanned or optionally manned platform for various military roles such as surveillance, combat training, potentially even light combat missions. Next, strengthening India's mobile air defense. The Russian-Ukraine conflict has highlighted how modern warfare is rapidly evolving, with an increased reliance on aerial threats such as drones, swarm attacks, helicopter, and the precision-guided munition. The destruction of armed vehicles, including tanks, by kamikaze drone and other aerial platforms, has reinforced the importance of having a robust mobile air defense system to protect mechanized forces on the battlefield. Next, Mount Fuji exercise to begin from February 25th. The 6th edition of joint military exercise Dharma Guardian between India and Japan is scheduled to mount at Mount Fuji, Japan from February 25th to March 8th, the Indian Army said on Sunday. The exercise aims to enhance interoperability between the two forces while undertaking joint urban warfare and counter-terrorism operations under UN mandate, said the Additional Director General of Public Information. Next, India's small satellite launch rocket privatization. Indian conglomerate Adani Groups is finalist alongside with two government-linked groups to take over private production of India's small satellite launch vehicle. 3 sources familiar with the matter told the Reuters. Thank you.